Ordinary People is one of my 3 favorite films of all time, so I do have to take a minute to review it. It's based on a book that sold really, really well, and I believe it was a bestseller by Judith Guest. It is about a family. They're kind of a well-to-do New England kind of family. And they have 2 sons, 2 teenage sons. There's a accident at sea. The 2 sons are in a boat, and one of the sons drowns. And the remaining son tries to commit suicide. When the movie starts, it's after those events, and you learn those things about this family as the story goes on. But when this movie starts, you just know it's a weird family, and they're not talking to each other about things. They're all hiding things. They have secrets, you can tell, and you don't know what they are, but you slowly start to piece it together, especially when the boy, the son, the surviving son, Timothy Hutton, who won an Oscar for his supporting performance, goes to see his shrink, played by Judd Hirsch, who was also nominated for supporting actor for this movie. Mary Tyler Moore plays the mom, and Donald Sutherland plays the father. Both of them were also nominated for leading performances. The film would win for Best Picture and Director and adapted screenplay by Alvin Sargent. Basically, this movie is about how trauma and grief can do one of 2 things to you, depending on how you confront it. If you try to run away from it, if you try to hide from it, it'll come back and get you. It'll best you. If you deal with it, if you talk about it, if you're emotionally honest and available, you can put it in its place behind you and move forward. And there are characters in this movie who take one approach, and there are characters in the movie who take the other. And this family ends up falling apart by the end because Mary Tyler Moore's character can't deal with it. She just can't. And her surviving son reminds her of her son that passed away. It's really awful. And she's a cold character. The first few times I saw this movie, she comes across more as a villain, but the more I see it, the more I feel for her character. And her she just can't deal with it. She just can't. And I relate with that. There are things in all our lives that are just, how do you confront them? But the boy has to confront them because he's already tried to kill himself. If he doesn't confront them, what's going to happen? He's going to try again.
That's part of what's so hard for her, though, is that, like, you know, I think they paint it that the older boy was kind of her favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the fact that he tries to kill himself is like a betrayal almost, because that's like, you know, he is reminding her of the older son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he tries to get out of her life in that way, you know. It's kind of heartbreaking. This movie is sad, dude.
Oh, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It is sad. I cry every time I see it, and I'm going to try not to cry reviewing it tonight because I've already done my fair share of crying on previous shows. But Donald Sutherland's character has to make a choice at the end of the movie. No one gives him the ultimatum, but he's in it nonetheless, and he has to choose between his teenage son, who his coworkers say is about to come of age and go off to college, so let him go. Be with your wife. But the wife wants nothing to do with Timothy Hutton. She's done. She can't deal with it, so she just can't be a mother to him anymore. And he decides his son needs him more than his wife. And this movie has characters in it that I know. I just know them.
You know those people. Yeah.
I'm not going to say a whole lot more about it, except that it's personal in multiple ways. And it's exquisitely done by Robert Redford. The performances, I'm not going to say they're the best performances of all time, but they're damn good. They're damn good. Timothy Hutton deserved his supporting performance. I would love to have seen Donald Sutherland beat Robert De Niro for Raging Bull, but that wasn't going to happen. And I would love for Mary Tyler Moore to have beat Sissy Spacek for Coal Miner's Daughter, but that wasn't going to happen either. But this movie is so moving. You will not see very many other films with as complex depictions of characters with psychological issues and very tangled relationships. And it is a writing movie, it is a directing movie, it is an acting movie. And it's fucking brilliant. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think everyone needs to see it. And I know a lot of people feel like Raging Bull should have won the best Oscar that year. And maybe it should. I need to see Raging Bull again. But man, I have a hard time imagining that I'll like very many movies more than Ordinary People. So if you've never seen it, I highly recommend it, especially if you just want to have a cathartic, emotional experience. That's it for Ordinary People. So I don't fucking cry again. The older I get, man, the tears, they just come so easy.